So we're talking about guns on campus, specifically ASU here in Arizona. As we know, guns are readily available. This state doesn't really restrict the ownership or the purchase of guns as much as other states do. And I believe that this is a great idea. We should not restrict areas where people can't be armed. First of all, because it restricts our right of the Second Amendment to protect ourselves anywhere we are from any aggressor, and it creates a gun-free zone, basically. The bad thing about that is that it becomes a target for mentally deranged people that want to cause harm, that are mad, to go into places where people are gathered. Lots of people are gathered that they know that are unarmed. I think this is a bad policy practically because it gives the advantage to the criminal, and it's morally wrong because it disadvantages people that can't have an equalizer against that criminal, specifically women. So I support gun rights at ASU's campus, and I support the ability for every student that goes to our university to carry on campus.
So when the legislature first brought up this bill a couple years ago, I was actually kind of appalled. The university is a place of learning, and it's not a place that we should be afraid of who's packing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of heated conversations that happen on campus, and you should be able to have a conversation with another person without having to worry about what you say is going to make them so mad that they're going to pull out a weapon. Now, going further, you know, where do we draw the line? There are a lot of issues that we've been having, especially on our campus with fraternities. We saw the TKE issue recently, but a lot of violence happens. So now we're introducing guns into the mix with alcohol and drugs, and it's a deadly combination. Now, when the last time the legislature picked up or introduced, I should say, a bill to allow guns on campus, the first time when it passed, it was vetoed by Jan Brewer. So, you know, obviously, even some Republicans have an issue with it. But the second time around, Fox 10 came to our campus and we're interviewing people, and I was the only person that they could find that was against it. And to me, that was kind of scary, almost in a way, because you know, we shouldn't be allowed on. And what's the point of having guns on campus? To protect ourselves? If a shooter comes on and we're going to have now, if a shooter comes on, we're going to have students be the ones that are first line of defense. That just seems iffy to me. And then on top of that, what happens if law enforcement comes on to respond to that issue and don't know that you're the person actually diffusing the situation and shoot you instead? Right. Like it becomes, and not only that, the three universities, the police on the three universities are against it. And I think we should take that into consideration.
I think we can play the what if game the whole day, and Michael Crow, we all know Michael Crow loves to play the what if game with gun rights on campus. But the truth is that when you are at a disadvantage, when you are, let's say, a woman that is at a disadvantage going from night class to their car. By the way, 3.8% of violent offenders in prison are women. What this means is that guns aren't committing the crimes, women aren't committing the crimes, men are the ones that are going out and overpowering weaker people. Guns give us an advantage, an equalizer, not only for the weak, but also for the people that want to protect their fundamental right to live. It's not fair that just because people are there to learn, that they are turned into victims. There are high crime areas in all around our city, and to say that a blanket gun ban is gonna fix everything, it's like saying a sign in the front of the school that this is a gun-free zone is going to stop any criminal from coming. There is a threat, and our danger increases when we advertise to the world that most people in this campus don't have guns. It's made up.
We offer escort services at night and actually during the day too, especially for women, just specifically because of that reason. So I don't see introducing guns to our campus as being the way to solve that. We have ways around it, and right now it is a gun-free zone, and you know, we haven't really had an incident. I think there was an instance of a woman being assaulted. But like if you feel in danger, we do have escort services. We do have means of addressing the issue and allowing students to carry. Quite frankly, is not an issue. We shouldn't be able, like I said earlier, to be in a debate like we're in right now and be worried about saying something that ends up in you getting shot. And teachers especially should not be worried about students who may be carrying in their class and may not like the grade that they've gotten.
Sure.
And the problem is when you say we can play what ifs today, we have to play what ifs because we have to understand the implications of the laws that we pass.
But we don't have to play the what ifs because an example of a gun ban being lifted and less restrictions being put in place is our whole state. You don't even need a concealed license to carry to carry a concealed weapon. Yet, where's all the chaos? Where's all the bumper, the accidents that are turned into gun battles? There aren't any because an armed society is a polite society. When a deranged person is choosing his next target, he's gonna go to the places where he knows he's got the ability to create more damage, to hurt more people. And it's not in a classroom where there might be guns. It's in the classroom where he knows that if somebody comes and exercises their right to defend themselves, they're gonna be punished. So I think that it's insecure. It's unsafe for us to advertise to the world, this is not where we have guns. And as far as police officers on campus, it doesn't matter. As we've seen, it doesn't matter because there's still going to be that incentive to go there. If most people aren't armed and they have a higher chance of killing more people, they're going to go to those places: the malls, the schools, our classroom, and we need to be ready for that. Nobody wants to come into a confrontation with a gun, but we have it just in case those happens. If you want to play the what if game, let's do what if a guy comes into your classrooms and starts getting crazy. You would rather have a gun than not. I would ask any of the students at ASU whether you would have rather had a weapon if you were in a situation like that or not. I think most of them would say yes because it's a human right to defend yourself.
Have you ever had a gun pointed at you?
I have not.
Okay, I have. And in that moment, having a gun would not have helped me. It probably would have gotten me shot. So, to say that I would love to have had a gun in that moment or something, it's just untrue. And quite frankly, it could make you less safe. So, that's not the only instance, and I have seen someone pull a gun on the freeway too, we can talk about not needing a CCW to carry. That's a whole nother issue, but to be honest, we should keep guns away from campus, and I don't ever want to have a gun put in my face ever again, and I definitely don't want that to happen while I'm in class,
right.
and in a debate with someone, or just because some student just gets mad. Yeah,
well, I would say that a question, ask the people that have used guns in those situations. For example, the 14-year-old boy who shot an intruder after he was trying to come in through the front door, and he told his siblings that he was watching over to get up to the upstairs, and he grabbed his parents' gun in his bedroom and shot the intruder. Just because we can't see ourselves in that situation doesn't mean we have to take the right of other people to defend themselves. This is a moral right. It practically works, and it's something that is legally in our culture that we have to defend.
In Aurora, in the theater shooting, there were military personnel that were there, and even they said in that situation, even with their training, they would not have been able to stop them in time to stop all the other shootings. So I'm not sure if allowing students is going to make to carry weapons is going to make any difference. But I guess we again agree to disagree.
Definitely. Announcing that there's no weapons in this home is always a bad idea, and I think that it goes the same with the school. So agree to disagree.